Okay, we are live. What's up, YouTube?
Hey YouTube, I'm back. Today she called
Yes.
me in the sunlight so we can make it happen. So y'all can actually get to see me.
Okay, thank y'all for tuning in. When me and India got to talking about this over the phone, she was like, we have got to run this on YouTube because we kind of have opposing views when it comes to this. And let me just play the video. The video is like 3 minutes. I'm not gonna play the whole video, but I'm gonna play enough to where you guys can get the gist of what's going on, just in case we have someone that tunes in that isn't familiar with what happened. So let's get to it. Okay. And come here with one meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring me to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't see my other kids at McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not gonna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go. And I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry? Okay, what about my kids? What about your other kids? Okay, but them your kids' siblings though. Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though. So my other kids finna be left out. You didn't feed them? You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7. What's that my problem? Then if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out. I'm not trying to help my son. But how are you helping your son when you're only getting kids from food for just counting out the other kids, his siblings? Them are his siblings though. He's not finna eat it from all his other siblings that they're not eating from McDonald's. No. Why do I gotta put bring him out to the car? No. He's not finna eat that at all if you can't bring enough for everybody. Yes. How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb. That's right. You have them other kids. They're your responsibility. Not my responsibility. Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I get food stamps on the. Okay, I'ma just stop it right there so we can go ahead and get into what we got to say. So India, you already know I feel like the man is right. He is not obligated to take care of them other kids. And a lot of women claim that, oh, I just want my children's daddy, to be in his life and to do his part. But it would be different if she would have asked him, hey, the other kids don't have something to eat. But her whole attitude is entitlement. And when somebody come at you like that, you're going to be like, you're not going to have like any incentive to do something kind for that person. Like she went about it the wrong way. And no, he's not obligated to get nothing for them other kids. Like, and I know you were saying food is just food, but like attitude go a long way.
Well, y'all, as y'all, we about to have opposing differences. Okay. So here's my take on it. It's food. You would drive a wedge in between the other siblings by pulling up like that. Nah. McDonald's food is almost $10. You could have went got a pizza and split all that down in half. Nah. Here's my deal. Here's my take on this. A lot of men go and have children with women who already then previously had kids. All right. So here's the deal, you guys. If y'all land with women who already had kids before she came along, then I slightly feel like, yeah, you fool. We're not talking about a trip. We're not talking about school stuff. We're talking about food. So I just want to keep that in mind with you all. We're talking about food. It goes to show that a lot of y'all stepdads really didn't fuck with y'all. So y'all had to take up on this whole thing because a lot of y'all stepdads used to play y'all. Don't lie, tell the truth, and shame the devil. Now, men, it's not your responsibility on the sea, but we're going with a moral code right quick because we always holler about the black community is in shambles. We are not paying attention and not treating the way kids supposed to be treated correctly. Okay. So when men voice their opinion about that, I'm really listening to see how they really actually feel. And the fact that y'all feel like you shouldn't bring no food, it just shows the immaturity in it. It just shows that. Okay. Now, yeah, he pulled up with food for one kid. Granted, if the child called him and said, we ain't got nothing to eat in here, the first thing he should have said, put your mama on the phone. And I'd have asked her as a man, but I'm a woman. I'm talking about if I was a man. I'd have asked her, rub these 2 nickels with that penny that you got so I can make sure them children eat. And left that to be. If you wanted to make sure that he ate, you should have called, hey, I want to come pick up my son. Bing, bing, bing. And go pick him up and get him something to eat. You can't expect to drop off food and eat that in front of the kids' face. I'm sorry. You just can't. That's not fair to the other kids. Charity.
I mean, I do understand that as far as like him eating it in front of the other little kids. But if you listen in the video, she said that he do it all the time. He always bring his son something to eat. So he is an active father. This wasn't like a one-time thing and he wasn't doing it for the camera. But I don't think he should be knocked for taking the time to get his child something to eat. And I mean, it wasn't like he had all the kids with him and just decided to only get his son something to eat. It wasn't
Right.
like all the kids was in his care. And like he said, you didn't feed them. Hold up, I couldn't hear you. But
No, I had on mute calling in my
oh,
neighbor right quick. So that's why you couldn't hear me. My fault.
and see, I feel like with the whole exposing thing, with her trying to record and all of that, and just her whole way she went about it.
Give me one
Like,
second. Keep talking, Charity. Keep talking. Give me 1 second. Keep talking.
but I feel like she only exposed herself. Like she it's a way to do everything. She could have, just had a mature conversation about how the other kids would feel. All right now. She could have just had a conversation about how the other kids would feel as far as not getting anything to eat. Or she could have just said, hey, I don't have any money. Could you get all the kids something to eat? Instead of like handling it in like an ignorant way. Girl, here. Y'all, my baby didn't want to go with Journey. I usually get Journey to get her for a little while I'm recording, but she was not going for it today, and she whined every time Journey tried to get her. But anyway, and I was gonna say another thing. I agree with what he said when um he was like, those are not my kids. I'm not obligated to take care of them. But my thing is, what are these other kids' daddies at? Because like, why they couldn't call their dad if they're hungry? You don't get your food stamps to the 7th or whatever the case may be. Why can you call their dad and tell them, well, hey, can you bring, them something to eat, the other kids? But that's just my take on it. Let me see. I'm trying to see if we have any comments in the chat. Because I'm definitely curious if any of you guys in here want to give your input on the situation and what you think. And I always get like my chat notifications late. India, I can't hear nothing you saying.
If she go through the insurance
I'm not ignoring you.
If she go through the insurance company,
I ain't ignoring you. I'm listening to what you're saying. Give me 2 more minutes.
Okay. Let me see, because I want to make sure that I said everything that I thought of, because y'all know I always make notes on my phone as far as what I'm going to see. Okay. I don't believe he's obligated to buy the other kids food. Why doesn't she call up her other kids' fathers to buy them McDonald's as well? Yes, it will make the other kids feel bad, but who is at fault for that? I definitely agree. And I think she just wanted to like have a confrontation with that man. I don't understand, but here's the thing too. She said in the video herself, you knew that I had other kids. Y'all, if y'all don't have kids or y'all are fairly decent fathers, please be mindful of the type of women that you deal with, or dealing with a woman that already have kids, because this is what you will have to go through, tussling with her to try to be a good father to your kids, because nothing is gonna be enough. Y'all, the baby clicked the thing off. She is over here touching everything. But yeah, women like this are what make like deadbeat dads, because you trying to do something good for your child, and you trying to be there and be there for your son, and this is the type of situation that you have to walk into and deal with. And I mean, I can totally understand how like some men don't want to deal with that type of behavior. But that's just my thoughts. Let me see. Are there any other comments? Okay, I am about to. Someone said CDP. It would just make me pick my child up every day and take him out to eat, so I wouldn't have to deal with that. You know what said? that could be a solution, but judging from like her behavior, she probably wouldn't even allow that man to just pick his child up. I don't know. I can't speak on beyond what we saw in the video, but from her behavior, I'm sure that she would have had she would make that very difficult for him, because you could tell that she wanted a confrontation from her actions in that video. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. It is a lot of good fathers that do not speak to their child's mother at all, especially when they're at that age to where they have their own cell phone. If they have their own cell phone, it is really no reason for like him to have to interact with the mother. I know my children have had a cell phone since they were 6 years old, and with their biological dad, I did not speak to him. We did not speak about anything unless he was coming to pick them up. But that's just my take on it. I am going to put the link in the chat before I go ahead and wrap this up to see if anybody wants to give any other input. CDP, you're welcome to come up if you want. The link is in the chat. Okay, so yeah, it's in there.
Yeah, it was kept clicking off.
Oh,
you heard me?
Yeah.
It just kept clicking off. So I could go ahead on and debate you and Mr. C.
I mean, that's pretty much it on my end. I done said my little drift on what all I had to say about that.
I just personally feel like with food, you don't do that with kids. That's just my take on it. Now, as far as vacation trips, coming to pick them up and all that, yeah, but men, y'all gotta take accountability and responsibility with who y'all laying down with these women. You laying down with a woman that can't even get up and make it happen for the kids, then that's on you. Pick better. Straight up, pick better. Like my rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I'm telling the men, pick better. Because I'm more than sure if you was living, Kevin, you would tell them the same thing. You'll be disappointed with the men with the same thing. Like, how could you not want to feed the kids? Period. That just keep all confusion down, for one. For two, I really think this thing was staged, if you ask me. How it just happened so they could get some viral going, and baby, they got us going. Oh,
I don't know. I don't think it was staged, because she looked ignorant. She the one that looked ignorant, talking about she about to expose him. And if you look at like him, yeah.
Okay.
But if you look at him like in the video, it didn't seem staged to me just off of their gestures and like how he was acting. But I mean, yeah, he should have chose better, because we done said time and time again, he knew that she had other children. But I mean, he didn't necessarily think he was gonna be responsible for her other kids. But this is the thing. Men need to stay the fuck away from women like that. She got multiple kids. Don't have no more kids with her. Don't deal with them type of women.
My thing, and then the thing is, you go off, you leave them, you do all this stuff, and you don't come pick up your kids. If he coming to drop shit off all the time because the baby hungry, baby, pull up and go to the courthouse, file your motion, or go get your baby. That shouldn't be a situation where we have a bunch of men that's complaining, is not really willing to do nothing about that. Because for one, if I was him, that would have been seat for the courthouse. That's a
Yeah.
that's a huge that's facts on ranks. Cause I wouldn't have laid up and end the situation that I
But
know
it's hard
that's
for men
consistent.
to get custody of their kids, though. They have to prove that the mother is unfit in order for men to get custody, though. That's all. It, you know, the court favors the women. Hold up, let
Not
me get you.
no more. Not no more. Stop, it was a time that happened, but they have a judge down here in Louisiana that's overturning a lot of that stuff in regards men. All right. So my thing is this, man. Here's the deal: how you can win. I'm gonna drop a few gems for y'all. Y'all gotta y'all shit straight up, outright on point. Meaning your own house, another bedroom for the kids to sleep in, and show them your proof to be able to provide for them without assistance from the mother at all. That part. Second, if you really want to win, you go file a motion first. Don't wait till she go to court. You go file a motion. You bring your receipts with you too. And you also have to prove that you could be the better parent, because now they're looking at who could provide more financially as opposed to, oh, I ain't gonna take the woman rights away anymore. That's bullshit. I'm telling you right now, they're overturning. I work at the nail salon. I hear the girls be talking about, yeah, girl, it took my baby and all this. Men are winning. If you file for the motion, I promise you gonna win. I promise you gonna win. Y'all just have to put in the time and the patience, but a lot of y'all don't want the real responsibility. See, it's easy to pull up and drop off some McDonald's and cause confusion and pull off, right? That's easy. Because guess what? I'd have been buying pizza, paying my child support. I wouldn't have told her nothing. Paying my child support, and guess what? They use documents like that in court to pull up on a girl. All right. A lot of men, what happens? Y'all get frustrated and y'all won't fuss and y'all won't take it to going. Some of y'all won't fight. That's the emotional way of dealing with things. If you're trying to get your children, the first thing you do, you go down there and you file a motion, so you could have jurisdiction in your court. All right. And then not only that, y'all gotta be realistic. A lot of y'all having kids by women who already have 3 and 4 kids. That's what a judge gonna side with you at, especially if that's your only one. They're gonna look at it like it's a burden for her to have your child when she got 3 other children. So yeah, you get some of this responsibility too. Now, the only thing they don't really grant men with, and it's unfortunate, y'all don't get the child support when y'all do get the kids. So you gotta be fully functioning, fully ready to take on that responsibility. But I'm not opposed to y'all getting y'all kids.
A lot of them don't give full custody to the men.
Well, that depends on the kind of lawyer. Y'all gotta look at the lawyer. Y'all gotta look at their ratings, how many cases they're winning. Like, time you can't play yourself cheap with the lawyer. If you know they're a beast, put that drop that change down like y'all do on them gold chains and them earrings and all that shit. Drop the current. You know what I'm saying? Pick up an extra job. You just can't say, oh, I'ma just pick somebody because they cheap. No, you gotta make sure you getting somebody that's a beast. Period. That's coming with full force. And not no little soft
$100 on a chain and shoes is completely different than dropping like $15,000 on an attorney, though.
People buy what they want.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you think about it, I did this not too long ago with my nail stuff, right? Seeing how much I need to make a day in order to get to $15,000. No, it was $10,000. No, five. I'm sorry, y'all. It was $5,000 for the month. I needed to make 166. So y'all need to find out how much y'all need to be saving a month so that y'all could go drop that money down. Money talks and bull crap walks. And I bet you if you go get a Jew, your child coming home with you. Huh. Huh. Now, I'm giving y'all the real tea. Okay? A lot of y'all play these games like, oh, my child ain't being taken care of. You feel like they're not being taken care of and they're not being fed properly, go get them. Go get your child out of poverty. And y'all need to stop laying with women and making children with women that's not your wife or that you have no intentions on being with. Now, we all make mistakes, man. We do.
Girl, hold up before you go on. They done overturned Roe versus Wade. Baby, we finna see some stuff. I'm just waiting to see how it's gonna unfold.
And you know how it's gonna unfold. A lot of niggas gonna be on child support that they can't pay for. So I suggest, but you know, before I speak on that, before I make my suggestion, you know that a court, one of the Supreme Court judges for Louisiana stopped it, huh? Oh yeah. Slowed that motion down quick. Bell Edwards wasn't able to push that ban just yet. Oh yeah. So we still in the mid Louisiana, the state of Louisiana still in the midst of fighting on whether or not we gonna completely ban abortion. And I seriously, highly doubt that. You know how much money they made during the pandemic, bitch?
What, the abortion people?
Bitch, they was still giving abortions and people was in a pandemic. Sure in the fuck was.
I mean, I'm not surprised because shoot, that's how I got pregnant with Gigi.
Everybody was smashing during the pandemic or before that. So my thing is, if that's what y'all trying to do, man, save your fucking money. Get your shit together so you could go get your kids so they could have the experiences that y'all want them to have. Otherwise, they're gonna be living in poverty.
And you don't stop have to deal with baby mama bad attitude.
Listen.
1D forever. We do know that they weren't married. You must not have seen the whole video. I played it at the beginning before we started. They were not married and they didn't, I mean, it was no divorce to get. And she already had multiple kids before he laid down with her and had their child that they have together. I mean, women aren't the only ones that make poor decisions when it comes to these who they
right, because my thing is the minute she would have said 3 children, 2, and she already on Section 8 getting food stamps, baby, I would have put a hard head on. I would have doubled the bitch. Period. Because I would have been like, man, this ain't the situation that, you know, and then some situations, even as a woman, you gotta sit there and think about. You know what I'm saying? Because like as a woman, if I'm out dating and I'm talking to men and stuff, I'm asking you how many kids you got. I'm asking you those things so I can make a mental note of this type of stuff. You know? So my thing is, at the end of the day, why is it we not asking enough questions before we even go to the bedroom with somebody? Do y'all know her middle name? Do you know her last name? Most of y'all don't be knowing until you get to the doctor. So to labor and delivery.
Yep, and that's the thing. And a lot of that's on both sides of the fence. Men always be saying, "Oh, she changed," and women say, "Oh, we didn't know this about him and this and that." But that's the thing. Our society has become so hypersexualized. It's cool to have one night stands and be sleeping with people you don't know, and then here come these babies. And then y'all making each other miserable for the next 18 damn years.
Right, because you never sat there and took time to see if you really like them like that.
Or how she interact with
right.
with her other baby daddy.
At home.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna tell you why a lot of women feel obligated that he should be bringing something for the kids. All right, because when he was smashing her, he was bringing fucking food over. That
But
he knew a way to a bitch coin purse, which is her cookies. Y'all know what we talking about. Her pocketbook, whatever you want to say, is to eat. A lot of these bitches like to eat. So you're bringing over food, you're trying to impress them, show you could be the best stepdaddy, and then now all of a sudden you won't change. Really? Make it make sense. Okay? A lot of y'all
a lot of women don't require much from these men these days. So I mean, he probably didn't even have to buy a burger to smash, you know. It could have been like you know.
One thing a hoe gonna do before she lay down, she sure can't fuck on an empty stomach.
I mean, we wouldn't, but that ain't for everybody. Cause I mean, girl, some of these women ain't got no standards.
All the hoes I know, when I'm talking about the hoes, them bitches always got their hand out for something. A meal, they hair fix, a bitch they asking them niggas for lace fronts and shit. And now them hoes asking for trips. Bitch, they don't care if the sugar daddy get it or the new nigga keep. All right? So I'm talking about the females that I know. That's right. Hoes. You know? The first thing they're gonna ask, man, look, let me call little boy, bitch, I'm a little bit hungry. Me and them churn hungry. Hello? Yeah, you say you was gonna come see me. Pick me up that 10-piece, that special at Papa. You coming over tonight? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna feed little Jimmy and John and them so they could be on their way sleeping. We gonna handle our business. Bitch, them hoes gonna make sure the motherfucking churn eat, bitch.
The smart ones anyway.
But in the young lady defense online, when she said he always do this, right? I'd have been nipped that shit in the bud. When the first time he came with something, bitch, I'd have been like, what? Well, a Jimmy John and them was it? Oh, that's not my responsibility. It was your responsibility when you was having me.
Yeah.
Don't start that shit now. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, because a lot of men trying to spin it into what if it's some shoes? Nope. I ain't talking about shoes. I ain't talking about uniforms. I ain't talking about vacation. I'm talking about a plate of food. We can't get heartless behind it. Especially, we always hear this thing, Southern hospitality. That's why our hospitality come in there, because nowadays you could go knock on your neighbor door and get something to eat. See, my neighbor just left. Because I sure would have showed y'all. Bitch, I would have knocked on his door and told him I'm hungry off of GP. You got something to eat?
But everybody, by this being the South, we do have Southern hospitality. We do have relationships, within our community like that. But a lot of places don't have those type of relationships. A lot of people don't
Well, they need to learn. That's why the community in shambles. They need to learn. Point blank and period. Why is it that I gotta explain to you that my kid's home? Why? When you was fucking on me beforehand and you was buying them something beforehand. I know a lot of people gonna call it entitlement, but this the thing, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, when you lay down and procreate with people that you don't know nothing about, that's what happens. Let me tell you a story. I was dating somebody who had 2 children by a little chick who had 3 children before his, all right? So he was in the process trying to get the churn and shit, you know. So at the time, I'm asking questions because I'm nosy. Come to find out, bitch ain't have a high school diploma. She had 3 churn before she met him, and she 25. A lot of y'all go and take advantage of little girls too. That's another story for a different day. Okay? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, so damn, dog, you been knowing her all these years. And even after the first baby y'all had, you know she didn't even have the basic requirements, you know? So his whole thing was she got me on child support, but ain't got the rest of them niggas on child support. I said, man, it wouldn't have been nothing for me to get my child, especially if I'm making over $100,000 a year. This wasn't a broke nigga, because I don't do broke, period. Okay? So my thing was with trying to help him, help himself. I was like, go get a private lawyer. Go pay not the private lawyer, a private photographer, private investigator that sends out a private photographer that actually gonna take pictures and investigate if she be in the house with them churn and she creeping out going to the club. So I asked him and he got an attitude. I said, okay, when you get your children, what kind of reservations you got set up on? Because you know you can't just sling them by the family member's house. People don't watch churn like that no more. So you got a little attitude. I said, baby, these the questions that you got to ask yourself. You see what I'm saying? But the fact, when he told me how old that little girl was, I felt like he put a burden on her that she ain't need. Some of y'all get what you get because you haven't checked on. You so infatuated with looks and shit and how a bitch shape and dressing. You not worried about nothing what's going on up here. Nothing. So my thing is, if that's the case, then that is a fucking obligation to do. Cause a lot of y'all going to get, and these don't be no, some of them be grown women. I'm gonna say, when I say grown women, I'm gonna say 30 and up, but a lot of them be children under these guys that's having these, that's getting impregnating these girls. So my question is to y'all, when y'all gonna start thinking about when y'all body sacred as men? Cause you know y'all body sacred too, yeah. Y'all receive spirits and shit too, yeah. So when it's gonna be a point in time to sit there and be like, you know what? My body a temple too. Let me see what it's hitting for. If this somebody that I could be with long term before I even slide my pinocchles in.
Pinocchles, India.
Or your pickle. The pickle me. The pinocchles. Your little wiener. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you gotta get to the point where you're asking questions. You know, you got to ask questions. And like I say, ain't nobody perfect.
Somebody said, let's go to the comments.
All right.
CDP said he might have been just as broke as her and did his best to buy the one meal for his child. I disagree, because if
go fucking hustle. Go hustle. Go find a side hustle. Fuck all that. 9 times out of 10, let me tell you something, I'm a woman. When I get back to work, it ain't gonna be one job, bitch. I got 3. Okay? I'm gonna be at the airport serving up the people in the wheelchair, bitch. From there, vibing everybody in them motherfucking hide me. I'm gonna be behind the bar, and I'm selling nails, and I'm doing nails, and I'm doing feet. Ain't no fucking excuses, man. Ain't none.
Right.
Ain't none. If you broke as me, you don't need to be fucking. Period.
I agree. And in the video, we did play the video at the beginning, and she did say that he always does this. He always only brings.
I would have nipped that shit in the bud. He wouldn't have never came to my spot with no one fucking Happy Meal. That'd have been nipped in the bud before that, and everybody think you a good daddy and all this and that. Nah, I'd have nipped that in the bud. You can't come here. Come inside. Come on, let's sit down, smoke this gall. Because let me tell you something. When I had a conversation with my child's father, and we was young, because we was teen parents, okay? When I had this conversation with my little girl daddy, wasn't no argument come inside. Because, you know, he was hot when Obama took his little stimulus check, child, in '08, baby. Oh, yeah. He was hot. He called me all kinds of names, but the child of God. So I said, you know what, dog? Because one thing I never did was keep him away from my daughter, you know, from our daughter. I let him come and
only got one child. I mean, you only got one kid, so
yeah, bitch, and I learned my lesson too. That's why I ask questions. I learned my lesson. Bitch, I ask questions. You ain't about to stick me with your churn, bitch, and walk off talking about you should have thought, you should have did better doing what? You want to say do better when I was having you? So when my mama sat down there and explained to me what it is that a lady looks for in a man and not to make them type of mistakes repeatedly, I listen.
Right.
I ain't let no nigga come around and tell me he love me. Bitch, if you love me, you gonna house me, you gonna marry me, and you gonna feed me. You gonna protect and provide. Period. So at the end of the day, when my little girl daddy went to come in with the shits, I invited him inside. I said, what we not gonna do is have a whole big ass argument about who gonna do what. All right? I didn't physically put him on child support. See, when they start fooling with the people welfare and food stamps, bitch, the state come for you. He ain't understand that. He just not getting it. All right. And see, by us being, I'm a real one. Let's start there. I'm real. So when my daughter was 17, he came and he approached me because he was in the arrears. All right. And he finally got some sense of learning how to talk to me because, bitch, I'm antisocial. I slam the door in your face. I ain't about to go through all this shit. Period. When he sat down and he talked, he finally got to talking to me. And he said, you know, I'm in arrears. They won't give me my driver's license, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to see if I could settle the score. Now, I could have been a bitch and said, you ain't been paying child support. But I'm a woman first. And one thing I can't say about my little girl's dad is that he always came and got her. Always. So I didn't, you know, and even when I called the stepmama, because he had a girlfriend after me, and he'll get mad, I still got all the supplies and everything that she needed through the stepmama. Oh, bitch, I don't play. Somebody gonna do something. And all us got along. All right? So my thing was, when he came and he approached me about paying me a lump sum to get off of child support, I loved it. I said $3,500. Don't come with no shorts, bitch. I don't want $1 short. And when he came with them 35s, we went to the child support court together. And I told him, take them off. The people was like, well, Miss Young, blah, 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 blah. They was trying to get me to raise the rates for what he paid and keep it going until he pay out the rails. And I said, no, I ain't gonna do him like that. Now he got buku other more children, but they ain't got nothing to do with me because I was the first one. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, I am being fair with you. I'm not gonna sit here and play with you in regards to, oh, you didn't do anything. I take everything into consideration. But baby, you better keep your pants up because look like you still got more child support than mine.
Yeah, and I mean it's good that you did that because a lot of women wouldn't do that.
I know they wouldn't. That's why when I made the decision, I didn't discuss it with nobody. I discussed it with the Lord himself. And he acknowledged the fact, nah, my daughter is grown. You know, so when he want to do something for her, he come drop the little change off to her. I don't have no problem with it. But like I said, I took into consideration ever since we were 16. Now for a whole year, he got mad at me because I wouldn't let my newborn baby go nowhere. But that because that was my child and she was still a baby. Okay? But see, when that second year roll around, come get your baby. I didn't care about him paying child support as much as I cared about him coming to get her. That part. So all I'm saying is y'all gotta pay attention to who you laying down with. It's not rocket science. It's not hard. Let me tell you something, baby. That was all the hardship I needed at 16, and my family stopped it to me. Only time I got a babysitting is if I had went to work or school. That part. And I had to do both of them. Until my people said, no, you gonna finish school. That's what you gonna do. Okay? So y'all gotta stop and think about what you're doing. Do you want to add to your plan? Tell you something, churn expensive. Very. And I was fortunate enough to keep my health fixed. You think I'm gonna shit out another? Go ahead.
Somebody said, would you fix meals for his other children?
I would, because they're children. Let me tell you something. My little girl daddy he got 3 by one, 2 by another, and another one. So he got 7 children all together and some possibles. I don't know about that. All right. However, the second baby mama that's under me, it was one summer she asked me, could they all go to Blue Bayou with us? And I said, yeah, they just got to go to vacation Bible school. You pay for whatever need to be paid for. Give them the, man, it's nothing. It's nothing for me to go pick. Man, if I ain't got it, I'm going to say, look, go get some hot dogs and shit. I'm going to hook it up. The churn going to stay with me. Go do what you need to do. That's a community. That's how we rock. You feel me? Now, I know it's unheard of because a lot of baby mamas don't get along. Not me and mine. We got along real good and we were 16. You know what I'm saying? So if she needed me to do something or to watch the kids or something and her people couldn't do it, I was there. Yes. The same way she did for me. I was there. And them two was together. Not me and him. No, man. Some shit just it's childish to me. You know what I'm saying? Because
it has become so normalized for like baby mama and baby daddy to like hate each other and be against each other. And I guess that's what this little guy in the chat 1D forever. I guess that's like what he's expecting because it has become so normal for like baby mamas and baby daddies to hate each other. Now, I am not saying that he, that it wouldn't have been a good, kind gesture for him to buy the other kids food. But my thing is, I just don't feel like he was obligated to. But the right thing to do would have been to, get the other kids food. But on the other hand, like, I can't really just relate because if my kids want McDonald's, shit, I'll go buy them McDonald's. It's not that serious for me over no Happy Meal to be recording you, trying to expose you, and acting a damn fool.
They all was hungry. Hunger gonna make you act a fool. You ain't seen the bitch that have an attitude when they hungry? I'm one of them.
Hangry, that's what they call it.
They all was starving. They all was hungry. That's why she clicked out. Because it wasn't a piece of burger she could have ate off of.
Girl, this is so funny. Somebody said, sounds like she's from Louisiana. Of course, New Orleans.
Uptown to be exact, babe. Uptown.
Girl, and my godchildren are in here in the comments.
Ooh, the comments popping.
Shout out to my godson Trey and Taylor, my goddaughter. We kept it PG tonight. Typically, I would tell y'all mama to make y'all get off, but we ain't do a lot of cussing or no bad topics this time.
Basically. Basically, but yeah, y'all gotta do better, man. All that bickering and bitching about whether or not if this one doing what need, man, what you doing to make sure you know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. People get their blessings for what's being done in the dark.
Yeah.
I know a guy he was the only dope pusher I know was selling drugs for years, bitch. I ain't never got busted. You know why? Because he used to look out for them children.
Yeah.
Including the ones that wasn't here. Because he used to always say that was so sad. So at the end of the day, be mindful who you laying down with.
Yeah.
Bitch, these girls don't even be having a high school diploma. Y'all be smashing them on the air mattress.
And look, it's some that probably was in where I'ma just, and this ain't no shade, might have been in special ed and they don't have the same thought process as like we would have, and these men smashing them and taking advantage, and then wondering why they life going to hell because you done procreated with somebody that's that's not on your level intellectually. But we've been on here a good 50 minutes. Let's do the final thought because we at 51 minutes.
The final thought for today is watch who you having children with. Do not punish children with no food. Okay? Because even Jesus fed the multitude. And he could have said, there ain't none of my children. Yeah. Y'all gotta be mindful of it's food. Now, when y'all start talking about tuition for school, tennis shoe, no, that ain't his bride. I'll be the first to jump on. Bitch. Go catch the pole. Go catch the pole. Get the rest of them children that shit. That's not his responsibility. It's not his responsibility to get little Sarah hair braided and little JJ haircut too. But food, nah, bruh. I'm gonna feed them children and I'm not gonna brag about it. Cause guess what? I know one thing for sure. The Lord gonna bless me. Yes, Lord. And yes,
for
Lord.
People that aren't religious, think about the good karma.
The good karma. Right. I get it if y'all don't believe, but that's your problem. A lot of y'all don't believe. That's why the devil will creep up in your thoughts and throw you completely off. But I ain't here to preach religion to y'all today. That ain't my thing. But I just want y'all to be mindful and take into consideration who you're laying down with, who you're procreating with, if she even have a high school diploma.
Right.
Y'all two fucking bitches that ain't passed the 8th grade. Girl, look, I never forget. Like I told y'all, everybody ain't perfect. But one day, girl, I was dealing with somebody and he wasn't up to formally one, like I thought he was until I found out.
You gotta let me tell you homework. You gotta do your homework.
Let me tell you what my auntie did, because they couldn't get me away from him for nothing. Okay? Girl, when she saw one of his little children jumping off the bus, it was the short yellow bus. Now, if everybody know, bitch, you jumping off the short yellow bus, that's the slow bus, bitch. Look what my motherfucking auntie said. Yeah, that's gonna be one of your children. Bitch, she scared me so bad, I told her, boy, stop coming around here. She said, yeah, you gonna have them little slow babies and you gonna have to be at you. I was like, auntie, that's not cool to be saying. But what she was trying to convey is that, bitch, something not right with that family. Now, what I taught you, go interview the whole household. Girl, when I saw the mama eyes and shit, barely could stand still and stuff, bitch. I thought about my motherfucking baby eyes moving like that, bitch. I was like, and then you know when she stood up and stuff like that, and you know, I ain't know if she was talking to me or somebody else, you know. So I was like, damn, I had to see, bitch. I asked them, I said, them eyes hereditary in y'all family? So I'm just keeping it real, like I'm keeping a brick. A lot of you got to find out some shit. Look, nowadays, I'm going through the whole household, bitch. The mama, the daddy, the cousin. Cause like I said, when the mama's eyes went to moving and I ain't know who she was talking to, bitch, I was like, oh, Girl. You serious? But yeah, girl, he had that baby getting off the shore yellow bus. I could have died. My auntie came back, girl, and she ripped the piss out of me for the remainder of the day. Girl, And he made a couple of more little slow babies too, bitch, on me while we was together. I said, ooh, girl. I said, thank God I dodged that bullet. No, man. I think the little girl was the only one who wasn't like really slow, you know. God must have blessed her or something. But bitch, the rest of them, you can look at them and say, I was like, fuck that. I said, my bad. I said they could fix the baby's eyes or something, you know.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be careful.
And it's truly, I'm saying that to say, because if we not checking, that's what the fuck it'll be. Now, nobody could help autism or artistic kids. I get that because sometimes you can't joke about shit like that. But at the end of the day, bitch, that's why everybody going to interview now. And then they got this red wool versus where I wish a nigga would talk about my cookies. Shit. We ain't doing nothing, bitch. Not a crook. And I always tell women, because you know them little niggas play them games where they be like, oh, I don't believe in abortion. Bitch, keep your own bag, bitch. Because there's some of them niggas will set you up and have your ass pregnant. So you got to grab your own bag in case that ain't what you want, bitch. You got a mind to change your own mind.
Right.
You ain't got to sit there with that shit. Bitch, let me tell you, California, y'all better pay attention to the states y'all bitches comply to and start charging these niggas. Y'all, if y'all fucking I'm sorry. If y'all having sex and y'all having one night stand, you turning the trick, bitch. Don't forget your money on the dresser. How y'all forget that?
Oh, look, we gonna have to save the abortion thing for a whole nother topic. That's another video for another day. But I do feel you with as far as like knowing the family and stuff like that, because a lot of these kids be sick and it be hereditary. These men be having kids with these women and vice versa, and they don't know nothing about the family, don't know the mama. And, you know, stuff can come out bad with your kid. You will get a lot more than just a woman that act ignorant and expose you on the internet.
Look at Nick Cannon. Look how many sick churn he populating the cities and towns with, bitch.
And lupus is hereditary. And I think he is having them kids so that he could probably get one of them to donate him some bone marrow or something. Because, you know, he got all these little illnesses and quirks going on with him. But, yeah.
And my thing is, he's so foolish. You can't get bone. You got to get that from the black woman. A black woman got to recreate a child for you to be able to get that from. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to go within your bloodline, too. If you create and procreating with foreign women, that don't mean you're going to be able to get that bone marrow. You got to know what their blood type is and all that shit, girl. I can't believe them. Giving these women all these sick churn and the hoes in the comments. Well, girl, what we could sign up here. Girl, I wouldn't, ain't enough money to have to won't be bothered with that shit.
And look, his little talk show didn't do well. It was canceled. I mean, he got good money from wilding out, but after you dividing it up between all these kids, like you getting a little nothing basically. Yep, a little
Rich.
nothing. But what he?
I'm sorry, y'all. Nick is rich. Let me say this: Nick owned the rights to Soul Train. While in out, he be writing scripts and stuff. Nick got cake.
Oh,
that's not his problem. He looking for a bone. He looking for a marrow from one of them children. And you can look at Mariah's kids. God forgive me. Bitch, I would have looked at Mariah's kids and been like, oh, I don't need this kind of deal, bitch.
But and then too, you know, one of the little babies passed away a few months back. So I mean, it could have been a hereditary disease.
Man, he got that baby bone shit, and that little baby passed away, bitch. That's what I believe.
Oh Lord.
Why you having them random like that? Because you trying to hold on to life a little longer. And like I told you, you gotta if you trying to do stuff like that, you gotta check their blood type. Their blood type have to match her. And then you know it's a lot that goes with it. So he ain't doing nothing right. Cause if he knew the blood type, he would only need one woman to do that with. And then you give her a bunch of babies. Why would you have all them churn all around the globe and you can't split your time up? Money ain't shit compared to time, man. I don't care what nobody says. You heard what I said, huh? When I said earlier, at least he used to come get my baby. I ain't care if he wasn't paying no money. I really didn't. So at the end of the day, she knew who her dad was.
Right. Yep. But we're going to end it on this note. We have had a lot of good laughs today. This was a good topic. And even though we had opposing views, I definitely understand and you know where you was coming from. And I
understand where you coming from too. I do, because like you said, certain shit is just not a man's obligation. But food, Yup. Well, girl, let me get out this rain. I don't know if you can tell it's raining down.
Okay, girl. Thanks for joining. I will see you later.
Oh, before y'all leave, y'all go check me out on the ground. So I am India Diddy, known as Queen of Feet in the state of Louisiana. Girl, I slays them feet like nobody else, okay? I also got press-ons on stuff, but that's going. Oh, look. Thank you. And how long your nails lasted? Let them know, girl. Let them know.
Girl, it's been over a month. It's been
y'all make sure y'all come see me. India did it. Now come get it.
And I'm going to put the link in the description box too.
All right, y'all.
Okay, see you later. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. If you are not a subscriber already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because you know me and my girl will be back with another video. I don't know what the topic is for next week, but we will be back in the building, and I hope you guys will join us again. Have a good night. Peace. Mwah.